It is Wednesday, March 4th in the United States and Canada. Kiefer Sherwood is a shark, and this is a show called What Chaos from the Sports Interaction Studio in Boston, Massachusetts. My name is David Bean. I sit beside Pete Blackburn, and across the room is Sean DePaz. Sean, good day for your Sabres.
Is it? Yesterday was a good day for the Sabres.
Yesterday was a good day for your Sabres. You finally you patched things up.
Suppose so. Today was a bad day for my Sabres.
Because of the updates that you got when you woke up?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I feel like yesterday set you up for the disappointment of today.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
Sabres
I mentioned it
experience.
yesterday. That it came a little. It was like a microcosm. Came fast, ended fast.
Cupped.
That's a
Bad job, DJ.
microcosm. Cumism.
Pete, what's on the show today? This will be record time we do this.
Start to the show.
We nailed it. Today on the show, we've got a good one. Where's Thomas? Where Thomas?
Where, Thomas?
Where Thomas?
Where to miss?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Like where to?
Robert Thomas rumors. Heating up. Yesterday was a big day.
Heating up and cooling down.
Heating up, cooling down, heating up again. Just zip, zap, snip, snap, snip, snap. Anyone want Binnington? The answer to that is no.
Shouldn't.
The St. Louis Blues are perhaps gauging the market on Jordan Binnington. We'll talk plenty of trade stuff today. There's some fun notes. New segment.
Got a new segment.
Got a new segment?
Yep, got a new segment today.
I'm interested to see what that's about. And then Fallow and Maz. Because we went on Felger and Maz yesterday, and of course we did Fallow year chat. So
I thought it was well received.
Depends on who you ask, I would
say. By who?
By them and their audience. All very good. Okay, let us begin with yesterday. We were all hanging around the office, and Pete saw the tweet from Darren Drager that said it's a buyer's market, blah, 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 blah. Buffalo Sabres are talking to the St. Louis Blues about Robert Thomas. Sean was very excited, as he should have been. We're going to have updates on this, but let's just first hit the idea of the Buffalo Sabres trying to break the longest playoff drought in history, looking like world beaters right now, and then adding, at the very least, a really, really good second-line center. Sean, you want Robert Thomas?
Yeah, I think I do want that guy. I was gonna say
good answer
for just about anything. I was gonna say for just about anything, but not anything. But a lot of the names that were floated around, I would have been all except for Owen Power. I would have been okay.
I mean, you should be okay with Owen Power too.
I really am there too.
I think you should be okay with Owen Power.
I mean, I guess I would be. It's just like I would rather them not need to do that.
Got to give stuff to get stuff.
I would rather get rid of Bo Byram, maybe because he's a worse player than Owen Power, whether people realize it or not. Prospects, but apparently they didn't want too many prospects. So
I'm trying to take my personal feelings out of it because obviously I want Robert Thomas to the Bruins. Like that would be ideal. Robert Thomas though going to Buffalo would be awesome, and he's a kind of player that I think that they need would really reinforce their top six and make it way more impressive. And like it would just be exciting for a team that's making a push. It would not only solidify them this year, it would be a part of their future plans. Like a lot of the same reasons that I would love it for the Bruins is why I would love it for the Sabres too. And I want the Sabres to be good. I'm rooting for the Sabres to be good.
They are.
Want good things for my people in Buffalo. I want good things for that organization. I just don't want it to come at the expense of my Bruins.
Do people realize that the Buffalo Sabres are like gonna win the division? They're like 2 games.
What does that have to do with the discussion?
Well, I'm just saying. Well, because you're like, I hope they're gonna be good. Like, I wish they. I
want good things. I want them to be like, and I don't want the good thing to be just making the playoffs.
That's fair. I guess my point is that while I don't think they're going to win the Stanley Cup, and Robert Thomas obviously makes them significantly closer to winning the Stanley Cup, I don't think like Robert Thomas is going to be the difference between whether or not they can do something in these playoffs. Not like
I disagree.
They can win a series without Robert Thomas.
I disagree. I think Robert Thomas is the kind of player that makes them capable of doing something in the playoffs. And honestly,
agree.
I don't know.
I
can't say for certain that the Buffalo Sabres can't do something in the playoffs already, as is today with the roster that they have. It probably depends. My feelings on it depend on what the playoff matchups are.
That's fair.
But I would say regardless of what their matchup is or what the outlook looks like, if you add Robert Thomas to this team, it's a team that I can believe in doing something in the playoffs this year, even without playoff experience.
I agree with that part. I just think you shouldn't need, based on what the Buffalo Sabres are right now, you shouldn't need Robert Thomas to believe that they can do something in the playoffs. They absolutely can. They are the best team in the Eastern Conference right now, at least in their division.
Brings me no joy. It brings me a lot of joy. Love you, buddy. I'm going point Pete because I do think
our points aren't conflicting with each other.
Yeah, you kind of are doing
I
that.
guess,
yeah,
kind of. But I agree.
I agree with you that they can win a round without Robert Thomas, but I see so few negatives to adding Robert Thomas when it changes the team from can win a round to should win a round. Granted, the way that they've played the last couple of months, I think they might be in should win a round territory anyway.
I think they are.
But you got to crawl before you can walk. I think Pete's right that like if you get Robert Thomas, you might be skipping the line a little bit in terms of you got to get punched in the mouth. Yeah, we say that all the time, and Pete is a real champion of that point. But if you have Robert Thomas, you have awesome defense, and you're great down the middle.
Our defense gets worse though.
It's a little bit.
Owen Power is at worst our third best defenseman.
You spread out,
and it's a blue line that they are actively trying to reinforce. So weakening that. I agree that Robert Thomas is a significantly better player than Owen Power, and it might be a net positive, but they are subtracting from something that they're actively trying to make better if they're trading Owen Power for, unless it's a deal that also includes Parayko or some crazy shit. Like,
this might be a moot point because Chad so apparently, according to the chat, I'm just taking their word for it, says that Owen Power would not be included in said deal.
Chat's DeSantis.
He's probably their, like, Matthias Samuelsson rocks. This is an outlier of a season for Matthias Samuelsson. This is going to be his one Norris
year.
It's the
start of a new norm for Matthias Samuelsson.
I would love for that to be the case.
So I truly believe in Robert Thomas as like a foundational piece and would be one of like the three best players on many NHL teams.
Yeah.
And I think that probably applies to the Sabres. He'd probably be their third best player.
Yeah.
And it's hard for me to look at any team in the league, especially I would say Buffalo, given like their history and their lack of experience, lack of sort of grown-upness, for lack of a better term, and say that like Robert Thomas doesn't make them a extremely more dangerous team.
Oh, I'm not denying that at all. I just think I'm just not like completely comfortable. I get you got to do things that make you uncomfortable in moments like this, but I'm not like, I guess ultimately I'm not upset at Yarmo for being like, that's not a guy we can part with. I don't blame. Power's been awesome this year. Like I said, one of our most important defensive players.
Can you comfortably say that he's your third best player?
Third best player? No, absolutely not.
You can comfortably say that Robert Thomas would be your third best player. So yeah. I think that.
Yeah, that's fine. I guess my point is that the Sabres don't need a Robert Thomas to be a dangerous team in the Eastern Conference. It makes them significantly more dangerous, and I think it takes them from being a dangerous team in the Eastern Conference to being a dangerous team in the National Hockey League. Like, I think it makes them, especially if they somehow manage to do it without losing Owen Power. But yeah, if you do that, it's got to come with other things. You can't just lose Owen Power for Robert Thomas, and all of a sudden you're like a certified Stanley Cup contender because you are making yourself weaker in one of the biggest weak points of the team.
I'm going to give the Drager update that we got this morning, and then I'm going to ask a question. The update from Drager was, and granted, he's not a doctor. It's believed St. Louis, Buffalo went the distance on Thomas trade talks. Sounds like the Sabres aren't willing to part with the necessary pieces, prospect, player, first. Teams nibbling, but the Blues are firm in what the return needs to be for the young player. The point I'll make off of that is the Blues don't need to trade Robert Thomas, and I remain a little confused as to why Robert Thomas's name is even out there, because that is the type of player, a top six center, making less than $10 million a year for the next, at 26 years old, is signed for what, the next 6 years, something like that? Good, like, not amazing contract, but quite good contract. I don't get why a team that even is going to go through some sort of a rebuild or a retool or whatever, like that is, as Pete said, a player that you kind of want in the middle of your situation, whether you're contending or you're not?
So I can answer, or I can try to answer the last piece there. It's that, like, if the Blues truly don't believe in the foundation that they have, strip away the foundational pieces, build a new foundation. And Robert Thomas would be the foundational piece, like Kyrou.
I get.
Yeah, definitely. And then, like, I get it to a lesser extent, Robert Thomas. But if you're rebuilding, that is the piece that holds the most value for you. And if you can get a lot for it and sort of reshape what you're going to look like in a window that more aligns with Jimmy Snuggerud and that group, Dalibor Dvorsky, like, I think that maybe you're just kind of getting younger and you're looking different. I can understand from that sense. I can also understand it from a sense that I forget, maybe it was Elliot brought it up that, like, they're about to change general managers.
Oh, yeah.
They have a general manager shift. And there was some talk on, I believe, 32 Thoughts that, like, maybe Doug Armstrong is trying to do the hard work so that it doesn't have to be done by Alexander Steen when he gets in office, where, like, he has to trade the foundational pieces. Like, maybe he's jumping on the grenade here, which, like, I think that you can have opinions on that one way or another. But it's an interesting theory.
Yes, I just wonder. Typically, the team that trades honestly, with the exception of one St. Louis Buffalo trade that has already happened, typically the team that trades the top 6 centerpiece of the deal ends up being like, those guys are really hard to replace. They almost never become available in free agency, and you've got one that is 26 years old. All I'm saying, Blues, keep them out there. Keep us entertained, keep us fed while we do our 24-hour trade deadline stream. But if I were the Blues, I would be just as difficult to work with as they seemingly are about moving Robert Thomas.
Right.
Question I have, if we want to do a little hockey talk here, what?
Can we do some semantics talk first?
Always.
I want to go back to the Drager tweet. It opens with the line, "It's believed St. Louis and Buffalo went the distance on Thomas trade talks." Semantics would argue they didn't do that because going the distance would be reaching a deal.
Nice
Am
one.
I correct?
Nice one, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Pete W.
He would say he would say the distance is going as far as they could go, and in this
But
circumstance,
that's not going the distance.
This is very similar to, did you complete the comeback?
Yeah.
yes.
Did they
Yes.
complete the distance? I would say, yeah, went the distances, but you could say went as far as they could go.
Which,
But
like,
isn't that every trade talk goes the distance then?
Yeah, it goes as far as it went.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's
more
over.
or less? Yeah,
Going the distance
I agree. I
is
see what your problem
completing
is.
the process here.
Yeah, I agree. I guess it just depends on what you view as completing the process.
The great Mitch Hedberg said, I saw an ad for a boxing match. They said it's going to be a fight to the finish. That's a good place to end.
Yeah, every fight is a fight to the finish. They all
Yeah,
finish.
That is right about where you should end.
We got to have the doctor on to clarify Darren Drager's semantics.
Dude, we should get a
Yes.
doctor to just be an NHL insider. Just bullshit like trade rumors.
Fauci been in the comments recently.
I don't think Anthony Fauci doing anything anymore. He's not.
Maybe he's back to playing.
Fauci?
Yeah.
We got Fauci in the comments.
Back to playing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was a classic.
I just said that.
Sorry, I was wondering about the semantics of the Drager tweet.
I don't know what you mean by back
I'm
to
good.
playing.
I'm good for one. Just absolutely going to a different planet during the show.
I don't want to say this is a hard show to do because it's not, but I am going to say that we're dumb people. So every now and then, there's obviously been clips where, like, you two are talking or whatever, and I'm just like, I really am hearing the words, and I'm doing that. But that is absolutely lovely. Fauci is in the comments. Fauci, when I said maybe he's back to playing, what am I referring to? Fauci was a baller.
What do you play?
Basketball.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Probably at Holy Cross or something, but Fauci was a baller.
Sean, by the way, don't let us forget we have super chats to do from
do.
yesterday.
Yes.
Yes. And we will also address, for that entire conversation, people were not talking about Robert Thomas. They were obsessed with the sticker situation. I will address that in just a couple of minutes. But what I really do want to talk about with the Robert Thomas conversation is, where do you play Tage?
What do you mean?
Do you move Tage to wing And
I would do my best to not fuck with what Buffalo has found and has clicked with to this point in the season. I think that maybe you go Robert Thomas second line center.
Yeah, this is
yeah,
what we
keep
talked.
that first. Keep was Krebs, Tage,
Currently,
and
Tuck.
Tucky.
I mean, like we talked about yesterday after the show, I think I would put Robert Thomas the second line center, move McLeod to the fourth line because that motherfucker's a dog and can play anywhere. And then you have Tage, Thomas, Norris when healthy, and McLeod down the middle. That fucking rocks.
Good line.
Minnesota Wild would be drooling at that situation. Ryan McLeod fourth, like they love themselves a fourth line center.
Also, you know what was pointed out to me? Not to me. I saw someone point out on Twitter today. Jack Quinn, exact same number of points as one John Jason Peterka this year.
Sean, I'm loving this Sabres season for you.
Oh my God, it's so much fun. Kevin Adams is a fucking dog.
Can
I
I
hope
make
they
you a
invite
Kevin
him to the-
Adams Sabres jersey?
No.
Would you wear it?
No, he didn't play
Does
for the
Kevin
Sabres.
Adams get a ring?
They gotta invite that motherfucker to the parade.
He's got to
This
have a
is
spot
his
on the
team.
float, on the parade
And
float.
Like that's one thing about Yarmo and this Robert Thomas trade. Like you gotta put your stamp on this team. He doesn't really. He'll be the GM of the team that got to the playoffs, so it doesn't really matter. But to me and to a certain segment of Sabres fans, it'll be like, you didn't really do this shit. This wasn't you.
But will you pay? Say it's like a first round pick, Konsta Helenus.
Yeah.
Shit, like I don't know, like 2 first round picks, like
Yeah.
like real shit that isn't making an impact right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I would trade basically anybody that's on the AHL team, any picks that they want. And there's like a couple of players, like as much I was just giving Jack Quinn his flowers. If they wanted to trade Jack Quinn, I'd be fine with that. But I just, like I said, I just don't like the fact like them.
Are you beating a Letourneau, Lorai,
Yes.
Lysell, Poitras, and then like a couple picks, first round, second round?
Problem is that the Bruins are kind of bad compared to the Sabres. Those picks will be more valuable.
Letourneau, Poitras, Lorai, and whatever, that is trading respectfully some airplane bags of popcorners for a steak. Granted, Letourneau,
Yeah,
I like and I want.
That's a little bit of
Letourneau's a
Letourneau
lottery
disrespect.
ticket.
but that's a lottery tickets win the lottery sometimes.
Yeah.
So I want Letourneau.
Letourneau can be the Tage that they lost. Just a
Lorai-
really tall prospect that is kind of raw. They saw what Tage turned into. Maybe the Blues want that back.
Lorai, I think right now is burning a hole in Don Sweeney's pocket. Like he has got to move Lorai.
Yeah,
with
I
all
would agree.
we're gonna be nice to players today because I did watch back our clip of talking about Elias. Thank you, chat. Elias Pettersson. Pettersson?
Yeah, if you
doing
listen to
all
his,
that.
I went to his Olympic. I love the Olympic. The fact they made every single athlete
Best.
record their names. It rocks. He has a lot more of a on his double S there.
Love that. Okay, on the sticker thing, appreciate everybody not paying attention to our show and talking about stickers, which honestly is kind of, we would not have you any other way. We love you so much. I have removed a couple of stickers from my laptop. I didn't think that you would notice. I did. I took one off in Philly, and then I took one off yesterday.
That's a lack of respect for the whatnots.
The reason being that there's only so much space on my laptop for stickers, and as my dear friend Elliot Friedman would say, right now my laptop is sticker in, sticker out.
That's not true.
That's not true though.
I have more stickers that I want to add, including one that I've recently acquired that I am ready to straight up slap on that thing. So in order to do it, yes, I need to rotate some out. I did consult my dear friend and business partner, Pete Blackburn, on what goes here. I need to peel something off. I'm not trying to blame you. I gave you some options, and you helped choose one of them to remove, and then I removed the other one of my own volition. So right now, there is not a Lightning or Sharks guy sticker on there. That's for now, because hoarder that I am, I kept them both, and they could still go back on. In fact,
This is not. I don't like that you phrase it sticker in, sticker out. You cleared cap space.
yes.
You did like the Avs thing. Now now we're wondering what's next.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see. The Lightning sticker, let's be real,
Was not a sticker.
That's Samuel Girard. It is Like
It's a cap dump.
I'll take it, but it's taken up a lot of space on my sticker situation. So stay tuned there. I feel like I did have one more. No, let's get to the Minnesota Wild acquire Michael McCarron for a 2028 second-round pick. Michael McCarron is we'll call it, I was going to call him a depth center, but that's a little disrespectful. Right shot center who plays in your bottom six. And I saw that news and I texted the group, holy shit, Michael McCarron went for a second-round pick, ? Exclamation point. Right away, got a reaction. Was it you, Pete, that threw the exclamation point on it?
Yeah.
I took to Twitter, formerly known as X, and I saw Shayna Goldman tweet, you can't teach tall, but you can teach asset management, and we should do that to the Minnesota Wild. I saw this Jay Fresh tweet, which he always gives his information on who the player is that gets traded and acquired. Michael McCarron, acquired by Minnesota, is a tall hockey player. That's so disrespectful, but everybody had the exact same reaction to this Michael McCarron trade that I have already moved to. I'm rooting for Michael McCarron to be awesome and force his way into the top six.
Speaking of tall players,
Yes, breaking news.
Tyler Myers going to the Dallas Stars. So there you go. How do you feel? No more Rasmus Ristolainen.
For now, what is Tyler Myers' contract situation? I think that getting a big right shot defenseman, a frame dominant defenseman, if you will. Who said that?
He's frame mugging.
Who said frame dominant? You saw something that said frame dominant, and we said we're going to steal that.
Yeah, I forget who it was.
Tyler Myers has 1 year left on his deal, $3 million cap hit.
Drafted by
The Buffalo Sabres.
That shit
Buffalo
rocks.
Sabres.
He was like my favorite player because I was like, oh, we got a Chara. I had that distinct thought, and not because I knew anything about Zdeno Chara. I was like, tall guy. That rocks.
Monster rookie year.
He was awesome.
48 points as a rookie. Did I miss that?
He fucking rocked. Did he not win Calder? Or at least was a Calder finalist?
Well,
I'm just happy that Tyler Myers has escaped Vancouver. I will root for anybody to escape Vancouver at this point in time.
yeah.
Tyler Myers, my favorite unsuspecting.
He
Just look up Tyler Myers' brother.
seems-
That's always my favorite
Yeah.
fact about Tyler Myers.
I said earlier in the week that I would not bet on Quinn Hughes to win the Norris because I feel like he's going to have odds based on his name. And obviously Quinn Hughes is, if not the best, the second best or third at very worst defenseman in the NHL. I was like, too much stuff happened in Vancouver that ultimately with the seasons that guys like Werenski are having, I just don't think Quinn Hughes is going to win the Norris. I apologize as I look at Tyler Myers' performance in Vancouver this year. A -25.
He did win Calder, though. Won Calder in 2010.
Yeah,
Shout out
beat
to Tyler Myers.
out Matt Duchene and somebody else I was just reading. I forgot. Matt Duchene and Jimmy Howard beat those guys out.
Someone said in the chat that
Now he's teammates with Matt Duchene.
Jim Nill is trying to outdo the Cody Ceci acquisition last year. He is kind of getting the guys that people laugh
I
about.
was going to say he does, like Tyler Myers does kind of profile as a Dallas Star. Like it's easy to imagine for both better and worse.
And that's why, I think it was you yesterday, Sean, it was
Like, just figure it out.
you trade for one of these defensemen
Every single year. Just get a defenseman.
Just get one who has term on their contract, so go get Risto. I think he has too much fun doing it. He was like, if I got Risto, I wouldn't be able to do this next year. Now, he can trade for Risto next year.
He maintains flexibility, I suppose.
Although you said that Myers is signed for...
He's got 1 more year.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes. But Tyler Myers, do we know what the return is?
I have not seen anything.
Okay, while we do that, let's get back to Michael McCarron and the reaction. Everybody had the same reaction. Is that because it's the right reaction?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that that's a player that you need to give up a second-round pick for.
I agree, but in my feeling bad for him and kind of Markel Fultzing Michael McCarron, the Boston Bruins gave up a second-round pick for Chris Kelly in 2011, which, granted, Chris Kelly...
More of an impact player than I would.
More of an impact player, I would say, but...
McCarron's just getting a lot of points because he's tall and he's a big body. Which
here's the
that's
thing.
important in the playoffs, but
He's not getting a lot of points. He has 12 points this season.
well, I'm saying he's getting a lot of points.
Oh, like brownie points.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
The first reply in the Drager thing from NHL Rumor Report brings up an interesting point. The Drager tweet about Tyler Myers is that they are adding salary for next year. They still got to figure out this whole
Jason
Robertson thing.
That's why Elliott said that he would maybe caution against Jim Nill doing a Risto move because Risto does have
a lot of term comparatively.
So,
doesn't look like there's a return yet, though.
Well,
seen anything yet.
I'll say this for the Minnesota Wild. They have had assets, fewer now. Oh, yep.
I do have a return. Tyler Myers to Dallas for a second-round pick in 27 and a fourth-round pick in 29.
Okay.
Plus, Vancouver is retaining 50% on the remainder of Myers' contract, which makes him a $1.5 million player this year and next.
I am starting to put Stan Bowman on tidy bit of work watch with the Connor Murphy move.
Yeah, I mean, Connor Murphy was a good trade. I think that we agreed on that.
Yeah, I said it's fine because I'm afraid to say that Stan Bowman did something.
I was going to say, I was like,
listen, it's not that Stan Bowman strikes out on everything. It's that he strikes out. When he strikes out, he strikes out fascinatingly.
The bat goes over the wall.
He doesn't strike out looking. He strikes out swinging.
He was like Chris Davis at the end of Orioles time when that motherfucker was swinging at everything and hitting nothing. Or Joey Gallo with the Yankees, swinging at everything, hitting nothing.
Well,
but saying hitting nothing suggests that he's not making good trades.
Yeah, sorry, hitting nothing until he hits a 500-foot home run.
Yeah, Tyler Myers for $1.5 million for this year and next is not bad.
For a second and a fourth, I
believe.
Oh yeah, but that's what you're paying for the retention.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a bad trade.
It's second next year, by the way, and a fourth in 29. So they still keep nothing. They didn't move anything for this draft or the 28 draft.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot that he signed for next year as well. So in that case, I would say getting retention for next year and paying him $1.5 million, nice bit of work.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, centers going for a lot based on this McCarron thing. But I will say the Wild have had assets, obviously dwindling since acquiring Quinn Hughes, but we've kind of wanted them to spend them, and we've wanted them to say, like, hey, you guys can be dogs right now. Is McCarron the most exciting player in the world? Yes, according to GMs, because he's tall, but I'm not super mad about this. I'm a firm believer as a Celtics fan because I would often find myself frustrated that Danny Ainge wouldn't make trades because I think he refused to lose a trade. I like GMs like Bill Armstrong who are like, I want the guy.
Bill Guerin.
Bill Armstrong.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if I like GM. No, Bill Guerin's fine. But Bill Armstrong, who's like, if I want the guy, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm not going to get smoked, but I know that I'm going to win some and I'm going to lose some. And I think the GMs that make trades knowing that they gave up more than what they received in value, those are smart GMs. It's the ones who do that without knowing it that are stupid.
Yeah, I suppose that's true, and I understand why the Wild would want McCarron. I just don't understand how they arrived at the price. That's my big concern.
How do we feel about them potentially being in? I mean, the Trochek thing has been talked about for a while. They're reportedly in on him, but Trochek, there's been questions as to whether he would waive to go west. And Elliot Friedman has, I've heard him.
There aren't questions as to whether he would waive to go west. It's how west is he willing to go?
Yes, right. And
he doesn't want to be on the West Coast. He's said it straight up. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to a West Coast team.
Hell yeah, brother.
12 team, no trade list. Like he's in control.
It's
there. I respect him. I wonder if Minnesota is too west.
It's any surprise doesn't have a little bit of a soft spot for the Anaheim New York Rangers to reunite with all of his boys.
I know, but if he's citing family. He's not going to the West Coast. He's been pretty plain about that.
You want to do the?
So was Kreider though. That was Kreider's whole thing, and he eventually capitulated.
You want to do his quote from his kid?
His quote's pretty good. Said he talked to his 7-year-old son, and his son was like, "Well, I'll stay because I have a hockey team here. I didn't get traded." And
real
honestly, fuck yeah, Mini Trochek. Tell him,
brother, you've got games to win.
Right,
you're important to your team's future.
Team guy, loyalty is key. He's loyal to the
Dad
crest.
taught him well,
and he's right. He didn't get traded.
Yeah,
he said my team wants me.
Not his problem.
That's right.
Then there is Jordan Binnington, and 32 years old, $6 million a year, signed through next season. Bad player.
What?
And I have fun.
Hey,
stop.
He won gold.
I'm all for having fun. Don't make me have to be the guy who steps in and defends Jordan Binnington.
I think you should actually keep doing that, DJ.
No.
Like, keep making Pete. That's good content.
You almost got me a Jordan Binnington jersey. I will do whatever the fuck I want to you. And you tricked me.
didn't.
You gave me the first overall pick in our gold medal finalists draft very kindly.
So I offered you the chance to not have Jordan Binnington on your team.
After it was laid out, basically, that was what was going to happen.
Yeah, I think that actually straight up was just Pete outsmarting me.
I mean,
Pete.
It was a little bit of a... I guess you should have seen that coming.
But I will say...
I understand you not being able to resist the
found
urge
the
of
humor in
drafting
it.
the best player of all time.
I will say I absolutely GM mog you anytime we do a draft because I once convinced you to trade your fucking nephew to me so I could unite nephews and rub it in your face, and you walked right into that trap.
I needed to take... What did I... was it that I like needed root beer or something?
Probably.
We were drafting children and sodas, and I think
I think you need to explain that more. The context of
on the Patreon, we do 2 unrelated items, and we draft from both of those categories, and whoever comes up with the best fantasy draft wins.
What did we do? Kevin's and things that are sad to find on the ground?
Yes.
Yes. I think I drafted all Kevin's.
that was one where I knew that I was going to get cooked by you two during it, but the comments were very kind to me.
I did not.
Because I was
never
drafting
saw the
Kevin's
comments.
that just blew your mentalities.
People
You didn't know-
really loved my Kevin the Pickle pick.
Oh.
Or Kevin the Sea Cucumber, excuse me. Big difference.
I think that you two, when I took Kevin Napor in the second round, you two were both like, who? A lot of people in the comments saying that's a tidy bit of work grabbing Kevin G in the second round.
How do we feel about Mog and maxing? We've had a lot of talk about it.
Completely in.
I'm so in, ironically.
Yes, ironically, but it needs to be abstract.
Yes, correct.
Like when I
Not
tweeted the
doing
other day, we
looks
talked about
maxing.
banana mogging. Banana ball having 60,000 people at a baseball game that meant nothing. Meanwhile, MLB struggles to fill like 30,000 seat stadiums. They got banana mog.
Getting banana mog is
But
crazy.
when people are like, Connor Story frame mogged Quinn Hughes, I'm like, okay, that's like the actual incel thing, though. I don't want to do all that.
Speaking of, I think I sent it. Shoot. Do we have the video of Quinn Hudson last night?
No.
I'm sending it in the chat right now. Quinn Hudson did something that is very relevant to, I don't know, I would say our interests, even if we're not always interested in it in a positive way. You know what it is?
Yeah.
Sean,
no.
I sent it to you. No. We will show it.
Yep.
And we will discuss it because there's good there. In the meantime,
Wait, I think that
More breaking news?
we do have to address the elephant in the room. Teams across the NHL who are buying are very interested in being frame dominant because we've got McCarron going for a second round pick. The Wild want to be frame dominant in terms of players that are tall.
Yeah.
Tyler Myers.
they're height maxing.
I think I'm out on maxing. I like mogging. I'm not a max guy.
I like
Mog
I
is-
like blank dominant and blank mogging. That's way funnier to me.
Blank dominant is the best. As someone
I don't
who
like
runs,
the dominant thing. Where'd that even come from?
As someone who
Frame
runs
dominant, I don't know.
ball dominant, as someone who runs blank forward into the ground, I would love another club in my bag as that's related.
Frame dominant.
Wait, so these are incel terms?
Yeah, that's why I don't like them being. I don't like doing the ones that they actually use. Banana mogging is hilarious.
What
But
what do the incels use?
it's like looks maxing, frame maxing, like it's more like physical appearance stuff.
How about mogging?
That's
Mogging sounds
frame
like
mogging
that's
is
like
the-
MD
mogging-
Foodie Boys.
Mogging originates from mogging, which is like alpha mailing, more or less. So it has all of this has roots in like incel culture. Yeah,
Chad hates this. And I
yeah,
love
they
it.
should.
This is a very anger forward conversation in the chat.
We're slang mogging Chad. Slang maxing over here.
Here's the like.
I think we got.
I even feel bad. I'm gonna go on I'm gonna take this for a bit of a ride here.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
Don't like this.
The term incel sucks because I'm sure there are people who are involuntarily celibate who are fucking cool and don't take that shit out on people.
You speaking from experience?
Yeah, well, Michael Scott voice.
We're all looking for the guy who did this.
I mean,
Famously
the
a
term
Michael Scott
incel
quote.
doesn't even mean incel anymore. It just means guys who hate women.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so not that I think that people who
We're
are involuntary.
taking back the word incel.
the first,
It once meant something to me.
you get what I'm saying though, where like that shouldn't make someone. It's kind of like I saw Kyle Brandt say this. He was like, I feel bad for people who are named Karen and are nice people. Where like that is just now, if you're Karen,
I feel bad
you're
for
calling
them.
the cops on black people.
I feel bad for them, and like that sucks. I feel bad for them in the same way I feel bad for people who are named Alexa. But also, I don't give a shit. That's not a real world issue. So like, yeah, I'm not gonna be the one. Nothing annoys me more when people are like, "Hey Alexa, can you get like?" Okay, you're a fucking loser, but like, I don't really care. I don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about the good incels.
Chat says that I was empathy maxing. Is that virtue signal maxing as well?
We're too far in the weeds now.
That is some crazy virtue signaling to say, like, think of the non-problematic people who happen to be involuntarily celibate.
That's not virtue signaling, really, because like, I don't think there's any like you're not doing that to get points with anybody. I don't think there's anybody who's like
certain I'm getting no points. Off
yeah,
that.
exactly. So I wouldn't say that's. I feel like part of virtue signaling is like that you're doing it to gain some kind of social points, even if you don't really mean it. That seems like it was a genuine thought that is not going to get you bonus points with anybody.
Okay,
We gotta put this thing back on the rails.
Last night, Quinn Hudson, as he does all the time, probably the best player in the AHL. Don't quote me on that, but he's somewhere up there. Having a monster rookie season for Bakersfield, scored, and check out the celebration.
Puck to the left wing corner. Puck knocked down, right circle. Pitlick in front, top of the crease, they score!
Oh,
In his face,
Hit it in the 6-7.
just staring at the guy too.
just 6-7 maxing.
I like how much
Quinn Hudson scores,
the
and then he hit the kids with the
jerseys-
6-7 celebration. The Condors have a 3-1 lead.
Is 6-7 back? Like,
So here's the thing. I was like, why are we doing this? And then I saw that it was like field trip day for the Condors. So
Okay,
it's a bunch of
that's-
children in the crowd. It's awesome behavior by Quinn Hudson.
if you're pandering to the children,
Yes.
I have no problem with it at all. If
Definitely.
you're doing it just to do it, I have a massive problem with it. I just like, not this related, I like how much the Condors jerseys look like Oilers jerseys.
I do
appreciate that
like-
organizational synergy.
Yeah, it happens a lot in the AHL, but like I would say that the Condors are probably the closest.
Yeah, I mean, from the back, they look like Oilers jerseys.
Yeah. So Quinn Hudson, I'm not the biggest 6-7 guy, but if you're doing it for the kids and the kids are going crazy, I love it.
Yeah, I think it was good. And they called it a hockey hooky game, somebody said.
Nice.
And that's cool.
Was it a daytime matinee or weekday matinee?
Because if it's a field trip thing, that makes sense.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
Right
What
on.
if
That's
he
also, that's Bakersfield, California, right?
Yes.
Like,
right? I would assume so.
I would assume so, but like getting to skip school as a California kid to go watch hockey, that's the most like, I don't give a shit about this thing at all, but we're getting out of school.
That's how you grow the game.
Exactly.
It is crazy
Yeah.
to me that AHL teams, not that it's like the biggest deal, but that NHL teams have affiliates in other countries. Not that.
Yeah, I mean, Vancouver had Utica, New York, or still has Utica. No, I think they're
Crazy.
Devils now, but they couldn't have gotten further away. That Tampa's is in Syracuse, New York. Like, yeah, not just other countries, but like even on the opposite side of the same country is insane.
I mean, what was it? The Kings had Manchester. Like, that was insane. You call up a player from Manchester, New Hampshire, and he has to fly across the country to the LA Kings.
I didn't realize it was Manchester, New Hampshire. That's
Yeah.
great.
And
now it's Ontario. and it's
Worcester
down
had the
road.
Sharks.
Yep. They were St. Louis.
I mean,
They were
LA
St. Louis
is
and
now
then-
Ontario.
Yeah, I feel
But
like
that's
there's
Ontario, California,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I found out way later than I should have. I was like, they're flying from Ontario, Canada, all the way to LA.
understandable mistake, especially as an East Coaster. But one of my favorite AHL things of all time was when they did the Ontario Reign thing and they made their jerseys like Canada and rain theme, like precipitation themed, because those are the two things that people confuse about their names all the time.
Very, that's very homonym forward.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be?
I believe so.
Yes. On Binnington, the most interesting thing I saw about it, and I saw that some people were trying to tie him to the Oilers, which please no.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I was going to say,
no.
that's the price you pay at this point. Any goalie's name that gets brought up is going to be an Edmonton Oiler until they're not.
Any fucking goalie.
Bob basically flat out said that is not happening. So that is good. Thank God. I would love for them to address
I don't think that you get to say that. Jordan Binnington would be such a welcome addition to the Oilers.
He's more money, and he's
more money than who?
I mean, I'll say yes. I would rather have Jordan Binnington than Tristan Jarry. I'm afraid of what it would cost to go from Tristan Jarry to Jordan Binnington. The Oilers might never have a draft pick again for the rest of time. So I'm like,
you don't even need those things.
The goalie situation sucks. Yes, I was very pro Binnington before they made the Jarry trade.
I feel like you should be more pro Binnington after the Jarry trade.
I mean, in a vacuum, sure, but like, yeah.
I mean, do you want to see your team win the Stanley Cup or not?
Do you think? I mean, do we think that Binnington is?
I don't know if Jordan Binnington's going to win another Stanley Cup.
I think he certainly puts you closer than Tristan Jarry does.
I would agree with that. At what cost?
That and like,
and knowing the high likelihood that he doesn't get you much closer. Than
I'm not going to pretend I watch all the Oilers games, but it seems like there's certainly a segment of people that think it doesn't matter who you put in net. Could be prime Dominic Hasek in that team.
Bob, I would take.
Yeah, but again, it's like to Sean's point, they have problems that run deeper than the goaltending. I would say Bob would make me more excited than Binnington for multiple reasons.
Wish said, "What about the Knights for Jordan Binnington?" And I am as all in on that as I could ever be.
I mean, everyone heads that team already. You might as well lean into it.
Seriously, yeah. Like if the Knights are like, fine, we'll take every player that everybody hates. Let's do it. But I'm for sure down with that.
And kind of like the Oilers, where it's like, is he not upgrading? Is he not going to bring your goaltending situation? I can't say stability with Jordan Binnington this season, but I mean, a better chance at stability.
I think if you got a team that like is locked in and is serious, I think that Jordan Binnington has proven to this point that he is an asset to a team that has the pieces in place.
That's what I was going to say is, how long has it been since we've seen Jordan Binnington on a good NHL team? Because every time we've seen him on a good non-NHL team, he kind of rocks, or is good enough at least.
Let's keep on the Florida Panthers as a pivot point, because the Panthers got smoked again and are 1-3-0 since the break. They are big time done. So they are for sure going to have to trade now or sell now. Pierre LeBrun said that his understanding is that they've decided to be sellers on pending UFAs. Friend of the show, AJ Greer. Enemy of the show, kind of. No, we like him. Sergei Bobrovsky.
I was like, why?
Speak for yourself.
My friend, first I was like, why would somebody have a problem with Sergei Bobrovsky?
Enemy of me, but I've never been like.
He's not your Jordan Binnington.
The worst thing you've ever said about him is a truth that he was outperformed by Stuart Skinner in the Stanley Cup.
But that's just me having fun being kind of a prick.
Well, but also, like I said, kind of the truth. It doesn't matter, I guess, because they lost, but still.
Well, the most interesting thing to come from the Florida Panthers last night, not that they lost, and not that they are selling, because I think we all expected that. During this game, Paul Maurice called for Sergei Bobrovsky to play out. Check this out.
I don't like that turnover, Panger, at all. Like, you can't play that game. Nobody plays that game and wins, so I don't like it.
Your goaltender's bailing you out. That's the good news.
Bobo's been fantastic, so we just got to get the rest of them. Maybe I'll get him up the ice in the middle, see if he can toe drag. He's the only guy with hands tonight.
He's got pretty good hands.
Bob, get up the ice.
Thanks, Coach.
Rumpus time never ends for Paul Maurice, even in a fallow year.
Yeah. I can't believe you guys didn't like that guy at one point.
Well, at the time that I would say that we never didn't like him. I think that
you were over his shit. I was never over his shit.
There was a point where he was clown maxing.
And he was also going up against
Jester
Pete's
maxing
team.
is an actual term.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay, so he was Jester maxing, but against Pete's team. And against, like, I want to see that was still the Brad Marchand days and everything.
No, understandable.
I would wanted the Bruins to win those series, and he was big time goofball maxing.
Yucking it up.
He was Yap maxing.
Yeah.
He was Clooney maxing. He was all over the place. But now, like, when he's doing this, amazing. I think one of the greatest mic'd up moments in NHL history is him yelling at his team against the Bruins.
Fuck the plays. Him telling his team to like stop
playing
trying to
hockey.
make plays and just kick their ass is why I like Paul Maurice a
He
lot.
was saying, like, get this to game 7. Don't try to win this game. Try to drag this series out so we fuck them up in game 7. Insane.
I love it. Also, Joey Decord's got to go play for the Panthers now.
Yeah.
Like he plays for a coach who wants his guy to play out.
He would take so many
respects his
penalties,
hands.
though. He would have shot out of the net. Would have
Yeah,
played the
the
puck
second
past
he
the
heard
red
that,
line.
it would have been like a fucking dog whistle. He would have just sprinted.
Actually,
Blame your coach.
Actually,
Just
would
follow
have-
in his lead.
Bad coaching. You got to know the players that you have. You got to coach them. Speaking of the Panthers and fallow years, we went on Felger and Maz yesterday, and I would say it was our best appearance yet. Felger and Maz is the #1 radio show in the country of America. It is hosted by Michael Felger.
Is that true?
Yes.
The #1 sports program in
Yeah.
the country.
Yeah. It is hosted by Sean. Loves
Sean
that.
is
Sean's camera's off.
distraught.
You can't. Sean's camera's off. You can't see him. He was saying, "Yeah." It's hosted by Michael Felger and Tony Maserati and Jim Murray. Jim Murray is the greatest. Felger is once upon a time was my work dad. We would just yell at each other all the time, and they have a show where Sean, you describe it. How would you describe their show?
Well, I've only ever really listened. Not really. I have literally only ever listened to them when you've had them on. And I would describe their show as them talking about stuff that they don't really know about. When it comes to hockey. When it comes to
isn't that
hockey.
sports
Yeah.
talk.
They got a lot of opinions on people they haven't watched play hockey.
Listen, as we found out with Johnny Lazarus this week, people only have a certain amount of bandwidth to watch and pay attention. You're
That's
not
fine.
You're not watching and paying attention to all things at all times.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Only so much time in the day.
100%.
I guess that I respect Felger and Maz for talking about hockey so confidently
I was
all
going
the
to say,
time.
you're leaving out a distinct difference between Felger and Maz and Johnny Lazarus. Which
Yes,
is
Johnny
Johnny
Lazarus
Lazarus gets paid to talk about men's hockey and watches a lot of men's hockey and talks about men's hockey from a place of
And admits when he
knowledge.
doesn't know
And
women's
admits when he
hockey.
doesn't. Felger and Maz talk about the NHL like they watch the NHL, but clearly do not watch the NHL. Which
Well,
I have
outside
to
of the
admit
Bruins.
is quite entertaining at times.
I mean, it's fun to get the confident opinions of people who don't really know what they're talking about.
And to be fair, that's a lot of people that talk about hockey. They don't watch hockey or any sport really.
There are a lot of. I mean, there are a lot of fans everywhere who only watch their own favorite team
Yes.
and kind of formulate opinions based off of what they see when they watch their favorite teams, like the other players, which I get.
I will say, only one person on that show had a factual inaccuracy about a hockey thing, and it was not Felger or Mass. So credit to them there.
That
They
was-
did
corrected
know.
you too.
That was the
Yeah.
best part. No, I corrected him.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And then
that always feels so
corrected
good when
yourself
you're on the
later.
other side of that, when someone corrects you and you're like, oh, guess what? Right here, buddy. Yes. So we went on and they don't like that, or they accuse us of talking too much Western Conference hockey.
You're the
making-
Magpies.
Making too many little jokes, quips. They do not like quips. They
You
don't
sit
have
on the
time
line
for
and just chirp away.
quips. Yeah. And so what do you think Pete and I do with that? If we find any little opportunity to get in a little quip that we normally wouldn't, that we otherwise wouldn't have done,
Yeah,
we'll
we're-
throw that in.
We're 8 years old. If you tell us we can't do something, we will find a way to make it happen.
And there may or may not be people encouraging you to do it.
We were both very happy at the end of this segment because it went perfectly. Here is a quick clip of us on with them.
Which one?
The fallow year talk, because fallow year became a big part of the remainder of their show.
You think Florida's done?
Yeah.
This season.
Yeah, so that Seth Jones injury killed them. They were hanging in, and then
Ooh,
oh,
that wasn't it.
That was it.
that was it. Mm-hmm. Hold on,
Uh-oh.
fuck me. Hold on. I'll be able to do it in 1 second. Fuck and god damn. Wait, I'll be able to.
I don't think it's that important.
Well, the moral of the story, I mean, if I can do it in the next 10 seconds, then sure. Otherwise, we'll say No.
There was chat earlier this week that the Florida Panthers were interested in a 2-year extension with Sergei Bobrovsky, and maybe he'd stay in Florida. Turns out, maybe it was just a bit of misinformation because they just signed Louis Domingue to a 1-year, 2-way contract.
I did see that. So the fallow year thing was, I said they're toast. They're taking a fallow year, as the agriculture heads out there will know. And Felger right away was like, God, no one knows what that means. That's not a thing. And I was like, yeah, they do. Farmers do. And he yelled, farmers don't listen to their show. And I said, well, then apparently you're not doing too well because everyone should be listening to. I thought that you were the number one show.
I missed that in the moment.
He said farmers. We don't have farmers listening to the show.
Which is like, don't farmers I feel like all they do is listen to the radio. They work in the field and listen to the radio.
I just imagine that there was a farmer in Western Massachusetts who was listening to them. What the fuck?
What do you say fuck me for?
Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
It's not anymore, we don't.
Shoot, Sean, I'm going to, I'm sending it to you right now again, if you want to play. I'm just sending you the full raw thing. So you'll know when it's done. Yes, there was good agriculture chat there. I think on Bob, while Sean works on that, I think the teams, like, there aren't big goalie trades at the deadline typically. But Bob to the Oilers, if they could do it, would be, then I would be back in.
I mean, that would be such a fascinating turn. It would be awesome from a narrative standpoint. It just seems so unlikely on both ends.
But if I were the Oilers, I'd be like, give me Matt. Or if I were the Panthers, I'd be like, give me Matt Savoy.
And if I was the Oilers, I would say,
no way.
You're fucking crazy.
God.
Matt Savoy is like their third best player.
Oh my God. I didn't even think of it. We talked about this yesterday. Can you airdrop it to me? It's not. But we talked about this yesterday about how, like, I need Savoy to get traded because if he's good in another team, it won't hurt me as much. Panthers are the exception to that. If he goes from the Oilers to the Buffalo Senior Sabres.
You're okay with Gavin McKenna going to the Panthers, but you're not okay with
that. Has nothing to do with the Buffalo Sabres. I can't have another Buffalo Sabre go to the Florida Panthers and be fucking awesome. Like, that would be worst case scenario for me.
Yeah. I do have to mention, by the way, I don't know where we are, but we haven't mentioned Kiefer Sherwood yet on the show.
Oh, it's coming.
Okay.
It's coming. We'd gotten onto Panthers though, so it seemed like the right place to do that. Sean, I am dropping it to you right now. Yeah, there's going to be, I mean, we can just do it right now while we wait for that, which is that okay, hit me. They were hanging in, and then Seth Jones got hurt, and they're kaput. Yeah, they're taking a fallow year for you agriculture heads out there.
No one knows what the hell that means.
So they do, Mike.
No, they don't. They don't know. They don't. We don't have any farmers that listen to the program.
I think you. Well, I thought your show was doing well.
You're just trying to be quippy and cute, and no one knows. You end up making a joke that no one knows what the F you're talking about.
No, you add the soil.
It's like the big problem with you people.
You add the soil pH and the fertilizer level, and it's
let's go, man.
Mass gets it.
But listen,
Mass knows what a fallow year. You replenish the soil. You take a year off.
The Panthers were my worry that they were just gonna, All
right, you can bring it back.
Matthew.
So
shout out to Maz.
Yeah, Maz clocked
Farmer
it.
Maz.
They do a segment at the end of their show.
Old Maz Donald.
They do a segment at the end of their show called Email of the Day, and this was the email that they received.
Subject line: Magpies are idiots. Grumpy writes in, a fallow year is just a loser way of not saying rebuild or bridge year. Fallow only applies to land management. It does not apply to people management. You're either building towards something or letting it crumble into dust when it comes to sports teams. Not understanding that, DJ Bean and Pete Blackburn is why you two are the king of the idiots. Back to the fallow conversation. Just wanted to follow that up.
Okay, I did look it up, and the fallow is a year where you let the soil just sit.
It's just another quip that no one knows what the hell. The quippy guys, the guys who just love all the quips. You're just Johnny the Joke Man.
I hate those guys.
And half the time, the listening audience is like, what? What is that? I'm not laughing. I don't even know what that means. And it's distracting.
I agree.
But that's the modern podcasting culture. That's what we got. A bunch of Johnny the Joke Men.
Okay, that is so good because the emailer there is an idiot and is lacking just literacy big time, where we're not saying that the Florida Panthers are a farm with crops. We're saying they're a
It's a metaphor.
hockey team with players. So, but I'm glad it got that email though, because it resulted in Felger doing that.
That was the best. Yeah,
Just Johnny the joke man. You know, that classic foul year joke that has been like the most accurate thing ever said on this show.
Felger's just mad that when he does jokes, he ends up on Deadspin and has to take a week-long vacation from the program.
I don't even know exactly what that's referencing, but I have to imagine it's referencing something specific.
In fairness,
and that's hilarious.
It's happened a few times.
In
Yeah,
fairness,
believe
I
it.
don't think it's been Mike. It did happen with Maz.
I do remember last year.
It has happened with Mike.
I do remember
he's done a few
Maz's
things
moment last
where
year.
he's tried to make a joke out of something and done some funny voices.
Oh,
and
no.
ended up on Deadspin. And
don't
there
think-
may have been an athlete who was dead.
No, the Roy Halladay thing, I don't.
That was for sure Michael Felger.
It was, but that was like not defending that, but that was someone twisted what Mike Felger did, which was he said, if I did something that dangerous, and then you could say, like, and he like wiped it, he did a wiping hands thing, and someone manipulated it to say, like, Roy Halladay died, and then like Felger clapped and said he got what he deserved or whatever. So it was still a very distasteful conversation.
He did the wedding crashers like hand glider type thing. It was like, oh, look at me, I'm up in this, and I'm dead. Like he did like that thing. Not good.
I'm looking at a quote here, and I don't know that there's a voice in which you could say this quote and it not sound bad. It's, woo, look, I just landed on the water, everybody. I'm going to tweet it. Splat, you're dead with 2 kids, moron.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
not to reopen the case. But,
Right.
Yes.
I'm just saying, Felger, it has some tougher attempts at jokes. I could understand why he would be done.
I don't think that was a joke. I think he was
Yeah, it doesn't
very
sound-
mad.
it doesn't
that,
necessarily
like,
sound
guy
like a
with
joke, but-
that someone with a family was being so reckless. But like, yeah, you gotta not say that.
Felger seems like he lives on the
Year
edge.
jokes are
and
much easier.
I enjoy the character. I don't even want to say character because I don't know Felger personally. I don't know if I've ever even actually met him.
I like Felger personally.
So I don't.
Big
I
fan.
just.
I don't
but
know
I
if I
enjoy
like
the
Felger. I've known Felger forever, and I like him. I don't know if he doesn't have relationships with people.
That's why I like him.
I love the character. It's like again, don't really know how much of it is a character, but just having no time for your bullshit makes your bullshit more entertaining.
Oh, for sure. But the fallow thing is just like the gift that keeps on giving. I am seeing fans stop saying that your team is taking a fallow year and then trying to like put that on me. I saw someone yesterday was like, DJ was right. It's a fallow year for the Oilers. And I was like, no. Only one team gets a fallow year, and it has to be a team that actually is growing the good-ass crops every year. There is one team in the NHL that is eligible for fallow years. It's the Panthers. If there were a second, it would be the Oilers, but I am saying only allowed.
You have to have a bountiful harvest before you have a fallow year.
I agree.
I think you could say that the Oilers are having a fallow year. I understand your hesitance too, but like, I think there's no reason to believe that they can't be awesome again next year.
Exactly.
For sure.
I think that this is not the year that they win the Stanley Cup, but I don't think that I don't want to give them the credit for it being like a strategic thing, I guess, is where I stand.
Fair enough.
Now, last night, the San Jose Sharks blew a 5-2 lead to the Montreal Canadiens, who completed the
They
comeback.
lost that game?
No, they didn't. But they blew the 5-2 lead.
Little semantics chat.
I-
They were up
okay.
5-2.
I went to bed after the second period of that game.
That was a mistake on your
Yeah.
part.
Oh, brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
The Canadians came all the way back to tie it 5-5 before, in the final minutes of the game, Kiefer Sherwood scored his first goal as a Shark on the power play. Kiefer Sherwood playing on the third line, but scored on the power play, the game winner. That is his first goal as a Shark. And after the game, or this morning, I should say, Frank said the Sharks are making progress on an extension with him, which is good because they acquired him before the roster freeze last month. And there was talk from Pierre LeBrun that if they did not reach an extension with him, they would trade him again. I think we want to see where this Shark thing goes with Kiefer Sherwood, so I love it.
I love it. I want to see where he fits in on this this run, future runs. I want to see him a Shark. I want to see it work in San Jose. Last night was the first opportunity that we got to see Kiefer Sherwood is officially a Shark. And they moved him down in the lineup. He played in the third line, and I think that's a really good spot to have him. I don't know if you want Kiefer Sherwood on your first line. As much as I love Kiefer Sherwood, I love him as a middle six forward. He is very versatile. He brings a lot to a lineup, but he kind of plays a certain style, and I don't know if it's a first line style.
No, you don't have to feel bad saying that.
I feel like you said that when the trade was made too, or something similar to it.
You had kind of apologetic shoulders as you said that. You're the biggest Kiefer Sherwood fan in the world. I think that you accurately saying he's a third line or best case scenario middle six guy who rocks. You can't take your eyes off him. He's throwing his body around. All the reasons that you love. If he were a first line player, then he kind of couldn't be yours.
He still could be because I was in on the ground floor or the lower level floors. So I would love to see the ascension of Kiefer Sherwood to a first line stud, but I truly think that value maxing, he's a third line winger or a second line winger, and I think we saw the impact that he can have for the Sharks yesterday, and real high event middle six player, because 2 points last night at the game winning goal. He had 4 shots on net, I believe, second to Macklin Celebrini, 5 hits in 13 minutes of ice time. That is my guy. That is the sweet spot for Kiefer Sherwood.
Perfect. We're going to act like that was his debut. It was his 5th game with the Sharks, but we're going to act like that was his debut and a great Sharks debut for Kiefer Sherwood.
I'm sorry, got distracted by someone in the chat. Did you mention his being an absolute dog in the second period? The goal he set up? But to the goal he set up where he just stole the puck? Yeah, that shit rocked.
He also drew a penalty that got checked in the head by Josh Anderson, led to a power play goal. So
I love the idea of drawing a penalty being some guy just checking you in the head.
You guys remember when Trent Frederick drew that Nick Waugh penalty?
The best penalty ever.
By just
I can't believe I forgot about that
with a face. Oh man,
I can't. That shit was so funny. You just checked a dude in the face.
Got to shout out Trent Frederick's teammate Evan Bouchard, because the Oilers completed the comeback last night. We're down. I want to say. They were down multiple goals. They were down 2 goals. I forget if it ended up being
4-2.
They were down 4-2 and came back on goals from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, which people thought was Leon Draisaitl's 3rd goal of the game. So everyone threw their hats. I was like, oh, thank God, please score again, Leon Draisaitl, so we could see who the people are.
I was going to say,
hats. I would love to be that person, the person who kept their hat on and was like, you know what, best time to plant a tree is the first time you think a hat trick is scored. Second best time, toss it off.
It depends. I would respect it if you have puck knowledge and you're in the moment. You're like, I think he might have got a piece of that. I don't know if that was his.
I think that went off Nuge.
If you didn't throw your hat then, I can't think of another reason in which you don't throw your hat. You're not the asshole.
Now, Zach Hyman tied the game in the final minute. Amazing. Love those boys. You got to claw your way back to beat the Ottawa Senators at home sometimes. So that's fine. In overtime, Evan Bouchard, of course. Evan Bouchard, statistically in some areas, running away with certain statistics. And it furthers the fact that people are starting to have to reckon with Evan Bouchard being in the Norris conversation. And I'm not participating in it because I don't have a vote, but I love it happening. It is so entertaining for me. I do not think Evan Bouchard will ever win the Norris. We've said it before. It's going to be too hard for people to vote for him to win the Norris. And furthermore, I think that Zach Werenski is still having a better season than Evan Bouchard. But seeing people in real time, former players, media members kind of hit the so I think we have to have a conversation about Evan Bouchard is just
Am I allowed to say that I don't like it? Am I allowed to say that I'm disappointed?
That people are coming around?
Yes, and that there is actual kind of weight to Evan Bouchard being a non-problematic star player.
Yes.
I want the Evan Bouchard experience. I'm not an Oilers fan, so like I'm allowed to say that. I think Oilers fans can say like, give me the best player who is not an absolute liability at points. But I want the mess. I want Evan Bouchard to be a messy bitch.
Yeah, I think that we can gatekeep sloppy Evan Bouchard.
Yeah.
I think that we need to talk about, how about every time people bring up Evan Bouchard having a Norris season, be like, let's talk about the whole season. Remember, beginning of the year, all over the place.
I'm always trying to theater max. I want the most theater as I can possibly get. So Evan Bouchard is a frame dominant theater maxer.
Especially at a time where,
Damn it, dude.
dude, he's
not. He's not whatever you're about to say. He's not.
he jester maxes.
No.
Does he not?
No, because he's not a
Jester-
clown all the time.
I don't think we can use
That's
Jester
true.
maxing is
And
one of
Jester
the
maxing is actually like
is one of the
incel term.
actual incel terms.
He's okay. He's Amelia Bedelia maxing.
Fuck.
I don't know what that means.
Do you know what Amelia
Event
Bedelia?
Bouchard is like, that's the Bouchard I want.
The name is familiar.
Do you know Amelia Bedelia?
No.
Kind of like a Junie B. Jones.
Who's that?
Junie B. Jones steals home plate.
Oh,
Or is that Amelia Bedelia? I don't fucking know.
Amelia Bedelia, it's a book series where people keep hiring this woman, Amelia Bedelia, to do jobs. Here's what Amelia Bedelia is good at. Nothing. She fucks up everything. So it'll be like, Amelia Bedelia watches the kids. Every kid in that book dies. Amelia Bedelia builds a car. Every person in that car dies.
No,
Amelia Bedelia has so much blood on her.
I am
hands.
thinking Amelia Bedelia steals home is one of them, and she's doing. I don't think she had to play
Probably
baseball.
did she
She steals home plate and runs away with it. She, like,
fucking
leaves the
Amelia
thing.
Bedelia. I was gonna say she overslid home, but as long as you tag home, you're
Yeah,
good.
as long as you tag it. No, but she,
That
I'm
check
pretty
is
sure
cashed.
she stole home plate, which I think we got to put a little responsibility on the facilities management there, because usually home plates are buried in the ground. You can't just pick those things up.
So if that book where Amelia Bedelia steals second, she's going in spikes up.
She's doing the
Manny Machado.
She's going in spikes up, injuring the shortstop, oversliding the bag, and then getting tagged out.
No, I think she's gonna do like the Ricky Henderson breaks the steal record, picks up the thing and lifts it over her head, and then walks off the field with it.
Okay, so people are saying yes, she does things literally.
Yes.
So that's her thing.
Yes.
Well, I'll
Steals
still
home
say
plate.
that Bouchard kind of is like more Amelia Bedelia maxes. I was gonna ask if maybe he Curious George maxes, but he parappa the rapper. He fucks up a lot. Yeah. And without the oops, I would say, Pete, wait, you're still gonna get your moment.
Yeah, I believe it, but I've been allowed to be disappointed in the show that we have to do today.
You're bored with Evan Bouchard right now?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, stop being so good.
Yeah, I don't really have any interest.
Give me my
in him
occasional
being-
treat.
We have enough fucking awesome defensemen. I need one that is a little ridiculous sometimes.
Give me my treat.
Especially at a time where the conversation around Edmonton is like, what a defensive
Yeah,
mess they
yeah,
are.
what?
There aren't even some fun Bouchard clips. You're like, okay, let's see what Bouchard's up to now when he's just the best player in the NHL.
Is Evan Bouchard a selfish player? He has thrown the rest of his team under the bus. He has dispersed his
I don't think
instability as a defenseman to the rest of the defensemen in the room, and really responsibility maxed himself and defensively mogged his teammates.
Now, in overtime of this game, there was a play that I found really interesting, and it's going to introduce a new segment that we do called Is This a Penalty?
Oh, boy.
I didn't realize. I didn't even look at this graphic when I put it in here. Did not know it was a part of it.
We do
Is that
not.
what you took a picture of me for?
Yeah. I came over. I said, Sean, I need a picture. You snap that picture. Sean is a ref there. We do not do hit chat here, but I do think that we care about the moments of the game and how the game breathes and how things unfold. So this is going to be a segment where we show a play and ask.
We've got breaking news.
Whoa.
Elliot Friedman believes that the Sharks and Kiefer Sherwood are closing in on a 5-year deal worth just under $6 million AAV.
That's too much.
That's a lot.
That is too much, but I love it. I love it. Cap's going up. You still have these guys for another, well, the deal starts next year. Yeah, it's not a great deal, but you have Kiefer Sherwood. Great deal.
Right on.
Sharks win the trade. Sharks win the trade.
Please Please be good, Kiefer Sherwood. Please provide the most value that you can for this contract, because it will break my heart if people turn on you for having a bad contract.
Are Sharks fans going to turn on anybody? Sharks fans
depends on how serious they get over there.
I guess so. Sharks fans just seem like they're having a good time.
I'm going to celebrate. I'm gonna throw away the numbers. I'm gonna not think about the contract details, and I'm gonna say I am so excited that the San Jose Sharks have locked in on Kiefer Sherwood.
The thing about Kiefer Sherwood is you can always just do the intangibles. It's the having the adult in the room full of children that brings the rest of the value.
If anybody's gonna give out that deal in a window where they're like starting to be competitive, it's the team that has players locked in at like minimal cost when they're young. So like they have room to overpay players.
Exactly.
Elsewhere.
I was going to say, this is the team that you look at as like having to get to the cap floor in the not recent past, in the not so distant past, you know, where like they have so much cap space. Hey, go sign Tyler Toffoli because he wants money and someone's got to sign Tyler Toffoli. Like they're now as they sign contracts. Interesting. How's that going to work? It means they're in a better place. So silver lining, or it's nothing but good. Like, did you pay a lot for the player? Yes, but I don't think it's going to be so bad that you get into that conversation that you as a Sherwood head should fear, which is people making everything with him about his contract. 2 thumbs up. Good job, Kiefer Sherwood staying in San Jose. Good job, San Jose, signing Kiefer Sherwood. Back to, is this a penalty? This is our first entrant into, is this a penalty? Sean?
Well, according
give
to
it to me
Jack
again?
Michaels, it is.
Give it to me again.
Deflected away, and it's McDavid and Draisaitl charging ahead. Kachuk drags McDavid down. That'll be a penalty.
So that was Brady Kachuk. They actually did end up getting him on that one.
It seemed like perhaps a dive.
I thought that was. I tweeted that right after.
Did you?
Fucking dive.
I mean, it's good form. Honestly, if you're going to tackle, have good form. Make it a safe tackle. Brady Kachuk, football guy.
Just saying, McDavid went down easy.
That's true.
That was like, I still don't totally know what mogging is. Is that not mogging what he was doing? Like,
if you don't know what it is, you should stop using it.
I think
that's not how these.
I feel like we're like getting our bullets out on this show, and then maybe we abandon it forever after this show. But
God, please, because we're about to do a fucking 24-hour live stream tomorrow.
Yeah, so
it's going to be a mog dominant conversation.
Yeah,
it's going to be I can shut this shit down and mute your mics dominant situation.
We'll see.
I've already had requests to mute Pete for the mogging, and I feel like it won't be the last time I get those requests.
Okay, just saying.
Just saying.
Pete can just request you unmute him.
He can request. I can actually do it.
I know how the
Getting a
buttons
lot of
work.
requests.
I know how the buttons work. I can get up and touch buttons.
Do you know how to get the show live again if I stop it being live?
I can probably figure it out.
All right.
Okay, so that was a penalty. Sean, can you give me the slate, please?
Yes, I can.
Let's do it.
One PWHL game today, by the way.
Ooh, who we got there?
The, I believe, worst team in the league, Seattle Torrent, and the Ottawa Charge.
How does that work? Seattle, how's that working that you're the worst team in the league? You got
Stealing all our our players that we love.
You got to remember, maybe they're saving it because they have their
waiting for their jerseys.
The tank rules.
Oh,
the anti-tanking rules of the PWHL. As soon as you get eliminated, you start accruing points for winning. So maybe they're speed running, getting eliminated, so they can win a bunch. Draft Abby Murphy or KK Harvey first overall.
Who do you think, based off of? I forget what the most recent mock draft I saw was. Who would you take first overall in a draft that's going to have Abby Murphy, KK Harvey, and Layla Edwards?
Abby Murphy. I think if you're the worst team in the league, you want a motherfucker. Like one of those people who's gonna even if you aren't the team's not great, they're gonna be hard to play against type of person.
I will say, like, I am a big fan of players that play like KK Harvey.
Exactly, it's KK Harvey for me. I don't know if there's a wrong answer.
There's just players who can control the game from the back end are just so special, and like that's why I love Quinn Hughes so much. That motherfucker just orchestrates games. When he has the puck on his stick, he is in control of basically everything that's happening on the ice.
That is
and I
true.
feel like KK Harvey is, from what I've seen, I'm not the biggest PWHL or women's hockey expert. I know that she's in college right now, but like from what I saw at the Olympics, she orchestrates the hell out of games.
The latest mock draft from Daily Faceoff has KK Harvey first overall, and Kirsten Sims from Wisconsin second overall, then Abby Murphy, then Leila Edwards.
Oops, all Wisconsin.
And then
or oops,
Tessa
mostly Wisconsin.
Yeah, 3 out of those 4 are Wisconsin. Abby, obviously, Minnesota, and then Tessa Janicki at 5.
Lacey Eden from Wisconsin. Damn, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin women's
Don't
hockey
fuck it up.
is like they're those women.
They're him.
They're her.
They're him.
What did pardon my take called Caitlin Clark. Him Clark.
I'm sure that went over well. Shout out to the Minnesota Wild, by the way. That's the best team in the league. Colorado,
Not watching a lot of
Minnesota, two
Sabres
best teams in the
hockey.
league. Two best teams in the league. I'll say it.
Someone in the chat says Abby
very
Murphy is
brave of
a
you.
Trump supporter. Very bad news for you regarding your favorite hockey players.
Maybe perhaps worse news. I don't give a shit.
You're unfortunately you're going to find a lot of your favorite athletes are not just in hockey, are Republican or MAGA or whatever. The slate, Sean, if you would. Golden Knights at Red Wings, 7 p.m. Eastern in the United States and Canada. Maple Leafs at Devils, 7 p.m. Eastern in the United States and Canada. Catch that on ESPN+. Plus. You can get the Hurricanes at the Canucks, the Islanders at the Ducks at 10 p.m. That's going to be a very good one. And then you got the Blues at the Kraken at 10 p.m. Eastern in the United States and Canada. Okay.
That talk sucks.
No?
St. Louis, Seattle?
Well, I think of Tuck
That
as
talk
whichever
stinks, brother.
Game
the
in
most
the last
interesting
slot.
But I think when you have one of those on national TV, you got to assume it's going to kick off a little later.
Yeah, it might be a little later. Okay, well, I am choosing.
And also, all 3 of those tucks.
Islanders Ducks I'm
has
so
juice.
into. Islanders Ducks
absolutely.
I'm very into. Golden Knights Red Wings is very interesting to me, but this slate is bad, so it is an A-.
I'm so excited about Islanders Ducks, and I am very happy that a few people in the chat picked up on the saying that the Wild and Avs are the best team in the league, while the Dallas Stars have won 10 games in a row.
Well,
Nobody else picked up on that.
That was very nice. I'm sure Eileen had something nice to say about that. Also, you're still right.
I mean, like I do like kind of. I believe that those are the 3 best teams in the league.
Again, a Buffalo Sabres erasure, but that's fine.
Those are the best 3 teams in the league.
Who do you say?
Colorado, Dallas,
The
Minnesota.
Central teams.
Oh,
That's why I said very brave of you.
Yeah, I think that's like a pretty fair takeaway from an understood takeaway from a lot of different people. A lot of people would throw Tampa in there too, but
Not even the best team in their own division. I'm not joking about this anymore. I was doing a bit early on when the Sabres were good. I'm not joking anymore. The Sabres are the best team in their division.
I'll just say, expect to be surprised this postseason because there are more newcomers. There's more teams that haven't been there before. I saw a Utah fan saying like, hey, just gotta avoid that second wild card because like it's a death sentence, whoever gets Colorado. I don't see any team in the league right now as a death sentence. And I think that some teams are awesome. Like I love the Avalanche, but I've seen too much shit before. I saw the 2023 Bruins lose in the first round. I saw the 2019 Lightning lose in the first round. And respectfully, both of those teams were better than this Avalanche team. Yeah. That dude,
probably, yeah.
Bruins 2023 Bruins.
Also, all of these teams have ran into speed bumps during the course of a regular season. And so there is, if you put weight into the no adversity conversation, that doesn't apply. Mm-hmm. I think that all of these teams are prepared, ready, equipped to handle what's in front of them in the playoffs. And that part of it makes me very excited. But I do think I find it very funny and entertaining that all 3 of the central fan bases are just rabid fan bases. And so anytime I say anything nice about any of the three, the other two get very upset.
I'm so happy Eileen exists, because otherwise you would obviously know better, but like I don't see a whole lot of Stars fans do like online and stuff like that. But Eileen does a great job representing that fan base.
The insanity.
Because maybe they aren't that insane and it is just Eileen. I don't know, but I like to think that Eileen is just a representative of all of them.
All right,
I've seen enough of the Dallas versus Colorado to know that there are several psychotic people on both sides.
Fair enough.
Yes.
You guys are going to respect the Buffalo Sabres at some point.
I'm not disrespecting,
You're
but
not
not saying that they're not a top 3 team in the National Hockey League.
No. I mean,
Sean.
that part I'm joking about for sure. But the Sabres, I think, are the best team in the division.
I think that's
right now. They
could be.
They are right now for sure, and
they could be.
But Tampa is awesome.
Yeah, I mean Tampa.
Your standings,
Tampa.
Pete's standings maxing.
No, Tampa's.
I would say that.
I mean, they're getting frame mogged in the standings. They're
they're
second
not.
place.
I just think that we've hockey fans should know better than to look at the teams and say that this team's having the best season, therefore the best. I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, but I'm saying like we do that every year. Where we're like,
for sure.
Who's gonna beat? Like, oh man, who's gonna beat the Jets? Like, I bet someone.
Regardless of the standings, I think that all 3 teams in the Central Division have like the best chance to win the Stanley Cup. And I know one of them is going to be out in the first round, but like they are the most equipped to win a Stanley Cup.
I think we might need the Minnesota Wild to make the ultimate sacrifice.
Go to
losing the first round, to the Stars, who I'd have to imagine is not the way that the Gary Bettman would want that.
I thought you meant like go into the wild card.
No. That too, I suppose, but no. We need the Minnesota Wild to lose in the first round.
No.
So Gary Bettman will be like, maybe we do need to fix this shit. Because I'll pay any price at this point.
You could say the same thing about Dallas.
But I think if those two are in a series,
or Colorado,
the NHL would want Minnesota to win. Like if Minnesota wins, I don't think the NHL is going to be like, that's. I think they'll be like, too bad.
I think regardless of what happens, the NHL should look at what's happening this year and say that we should just go back to 1.8. I know that's a very tired conversation, but like the fact that one of those teams is guaranteed to be eliminated in the first round stinks.
I agree. I want the Minnesota Wild to do things. I don't want them to have to lose, but if them losing gets Gary Bettman to change the playoff format, that's a sacrifice I, as a representative of all Minnesota Wild fans,
as a fan of not the team,
that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
All right, let's talk about one of these games brought to you by Sports Interaction Sportsbook and Casino. Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. Bet the action on every period, every shift, every shot with Canada's homegrown sportsbook. Sports Interaction, Ontario only 19+. Please play responsibly. The Carolina Hurricanes visit the Vancouver Canucks, the red-hot Canucks, winners of their last 3 wins. And the Hurricanes are... No one. Hurricanes -1.5 on the road in Vancouver. That's -120.
What did you say that you said no one?
I said winners of their last 3 wins.
All I heard was you say a true thing.
Show me the lie.
Am I supposed to say something every time you say something true?
You'd be yapping.
I'd be yapping all the time.
All those
except for when you're talking about a certain goalie's contract. Who even was that? Was it Korpisalo? Korpisalo's contract. Yeah, cap hit. You said 5. It was 4. Felger said 4, right?
Now that I think about that, I'm like, Korpisalo, $4 million? Not a bad little deal there. I'm taking the Hurricanes on the road. -1.5.
I'll say the same thing to you that I said to Pete when he called the 3 best teams in hockey the 3 best teams in hockey. Very brave of you.
Yes. We're a brave show.
Something good has to happen to Vancouver at some point, right?
That's what the draft lottery is for.
Maybe they'll only lose by 2.
That's what the draft lottery is for.
Every game is your game when you bet with Sports Interaction. From puck drop to overtime, bet with live odds on every play with easy deposits and payouts. Go to sportsinteraction.com/whatchaos to open an account. Ontario only 19+. Please play responsibly. Sean, could you please give me some super chats because we've got a little extra based on clumsily forgetting to do some from yesterday.
Yes, these are the ones from yesterday.
Clumsy? No way.
Hit him, Sean.
From Tootsie. Apologies. Please say something nice about Elias Pettersson.
Forgot.
Elias.
That's what I was trying to do. I was just trying to do the one that's not Elias.
Elias.
It's not Elias.
Respect
Elias
Sean's
is the
journey,
defenseman.
bro.
Yes, I'm trying. I'm learning Swedish. From Gernj.
Gernch, get
Gernch.
iPad.
Gernj. $2 for another day of no wings chat, please.
I don't think you need to pay us for that at this point. I feel like
I
we
will
never
say-
talk about the
We
Red
didn't
Wings.
bring them up. They should get Robert. If the
yes.
Sabres aren't going to get Robert Thomas, you go get Robert Thomas, because Steve Yzerman, I remain in need of proof that you're alive.
Yeah, I would love Robert Thomas to the Red Wings. Think that he would make a ton of sense there, and like him and Dylan Larkin being your top two centers. Ooh, and like they're one of the teams that could actually put together a very compelling package for Robert Thomas, in which like I would probably like it for the Blues if there's solid value there. So I don't know. There's so many teams that I would love Robert Thomas on, because Robert Thomas is a player that I love. And there are a lot of teams that need him.
Keep going, Sean.
Apologies, Gernj. I was not trying to roast you. I just really did not know how to pronounce your name. Another one from Tuesday said it's Elias. Oh, that's convenient. Elias Pettersson. Elias is the D-man. And I saw a lot of Canucks fans being like, that's our sweet boy. Don't say bad things about Elias Pettersson.
Can I do a little semantics chat? It's very confusing when you're telling someone how to pronounce something and you don't write it out phonetically. I understand that where you say like Elias, you wrote the word I, that's going to throw people off.
I didn't throw me off.
I think that they did a pretty good job of laying out
Elias and
Yeah.
Elias, yeah.
Elias.
Merriam-Webster have a real problem with that super chat, but we don't. We love it.
Yes, unanimous. Loose Leaf said McDavid wore the North American black jersey, which is basically the same, except that jersey was good.
That jersey was good.
Yes. That's
Unlike the Black
difference.
Canada
Iconic,
jersey.
I would say.
And then we have from Pearson Puppeteer. Have to get back to work, but I was psyched to catch y'all live for the first time. Go Torrent. Hopefully you weren't here when we talked about the Torrent this time.
Yes.
Thank God you sent that yesterday.
Yeah.
And then MJ Cunning said CJ blew a 4-0 lead in the third to win an OT.
Yeah, big win over the. Wait, was that? Yes.
This would have been 2 days ago, I guess.
That was against the Predators, I want to say. Was that against the Predators?
I'll number crunch real quick.
Oh, okay. In the meantime.
And then we have super chats from
Yeah.
today.
Give me today's, please. Okay, Silver Nail says, show request before the NHL awards. Please give us newbies a rundown of the awards and how they are decided. Please, we will bring in our friend Matt Friend to do that. Jules
Do it
says,
in a Russian accent, though.
hey, fellas, or a Borat, whatever he was doing. Hey, fellas, it's a great day to love women. And by that, I mean yesterday was the 4th straight day the PWHL is at a sold-out game. Yes, PWHL tickets are proper pricey right now, which should not dissuade you from wanting to go to a PWHL game. It should just tell you.
It should persuade you to watch the games on YouTube.
DJ thinks that that PWHL games should cost 80% of what NHL games cost.
I'm saying they are nice one. They are.
Is it up to 80%
so many games
now?
are sold out.
Is it lower?
I don't know. I thought it was like, for the longest time, I thought it was like 76 cents to the dollar, which, I mean, that's being nitpicky, I suppose, but
Rounded
Yeah,
out,
so
Sean.
many of these games are sold out that secondary markets are seeing a real boom from people just trying to get to those games. Love it.
they're
And
fucking good at hockey.
As
It's
Sean
good
said,
hockey games.
I mean, I don't know if it was I don't know if these women are good at hockey type of thing. I think it was just a lack of awareness. Like just people not knowing or thinking about the league, and now
Well,
they've had reason to know and think about the league, and they're going to check it out.
It also really, really helps when you have name brand recognition
Yes.
on these teams. The Olympics helped elevate the women's hockey experience.
But I think that there are a
San
lot
Jose
of
Sharks auction voice.
I think there are a lot of like male sports fans who just naturally assume that there's going to be like this giant drop off in quality when you get to the women's sports, which, like, I guess in certain situations there's a case to be made, but like PWHL women are fucking good at hockey.
Yeah, I mean, with certain leagues, like the WNBA right now is not where the NBA is, because the NBA has been around for much longer, and a lot of the male athletes have been like recognized at 5 years old of like, you're gonna be a basketball player, let's get you all this coaching and everything like that, like for obvious reasons. Women have not been treated the same way in sports, so the WNBA is not right now X amount of years into their existence the way that the NBA is. But the WNBA, enough people have seen, like, is fucking amazing and has studs, and it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. 2.5 years into the PWHL, for people to know a lot of the star players and to for young people to want to play certain ways that some of the players that we saw at the Olympics do. Like PWHL, I would say, is making great time. Ahead of schedule, maybe, whatever you want to call it. Like, for them to be where they are right now is, sure, you want it to be where the NHL is, but PWHL is in a good place. Renee says, how does this all affect the Kings trade deadline? Good question.
Robert Thomas has been a name linked to the Kings.
Yeah. We have Habs get Thomas. I would
That's
like that.
No.
Yeah, because you want to like Robert Thomas?
Yep.
Bakersfield, California sucks. The armpit of California. That's from Renee. We're going to talk about the Kings 5 more times for that because our Bakerfield listeners do not want to be offended. Jeremy says, came for heated rivalry, stayed for hockey. Went to my first game last night and saw the Wild play. Had a blast.
That's got to rock, dude.
Because you went to a Wild game.
That's got to rock. I feel bad for the people that are like, oh, I'm going to my first hockey game. It's Blues versus the 2025-26 Florida Panthers. Oh, man. I don't like hockey anymore.
No, that's good. That you got a good one. Gurn says $2 and hopes you don't say Isermaxing this week. I don't think we'll have reason to, but if we do,
I mean,
we will.
Isermaxing is doing nothing.
I was going to say.
We won't be sleeping during the 24-hour trade deadline, so we won't be Isermaxing.
Wait. Oh, you're right. If it gets quiet for a little while, although I don't think it's going to. We have some great stuff planned for this stream. Thoughts on Foligno to Columbus? Athletic article.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But I want
Yesterday.
Foligno
Bring
to
him
go
home.
win a championship or something.
With Columbus? Yeah, I do too.
Well, I mean, that would be awesome.
Bring him home. Bring it home.
Yeah.
Saying bring it home to the Stanley Cup in Columbus is awesome.
Can Minnesota use him?
I did see that Connor Bedard wearing an A all the damn time now.
Right on.
Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice, Connor Murphy. It's me. It's Tessa says, oops. I feel you there. Charlotte Adams says, did DJ release a song and music video called Oops, I'm in Love Again yesterday? Or was that a dream? It's a good idea. I didn't do it. From the Miss Zoella says, first super chat.
Wrong, because you accidentally super chatted $1.99
Yes.
right before that
Yes.
by accident.
Last time USA won gold, Isles won the cup. Just saying. That's facts. Maybe. Wait, is that? Oh, yeah, 1980. Okay.
I don't know if I could wrap my head around
An
the Islander Stanley Cup this year.
Fatima says, semantics power hour for the stream. I've been advocating for 2 days straight. That could be fun and stressful. Mimi says, when a lot of these PWHL players retire, they're also going to be awesome in coaching and management. Onward and upward.
Yeah, that's
in
the
a
other
great place.
thing. Is like you don't like the infrastructure. It's not just the athletes, but the infrastructure for these leagues. It's not like you have
That was the biggest
years
problem.
of like
That was the biggest problem with women's hockey for a long time.
Yeah.
Was just that the leagues were very,
were a
very
mess.
flimsy.
I was at the Isabel Cup the last year of that league when it was in Phoenix.
Talent's
Put on
been
a good
there for a
show,
while.
Yeah.
Thank you to Robert Thomas, Darren Drager, Michael McCarron, Jordan Binnington,
Jack Eichel.
No, don't have to do that.
Jack Eichel. Thank you.
Jack Eichel, Vincent Trochek.
We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, we didn't. Pierre LeBrun, Sergei Bobrovsky, AJ Greer. Jack Eichel did get a warm reception. We love that. Felger, Maserati.
A warm reception for the
Lukewarm.
introduction.
Yes. Yeah, lukewarmish.
But then lots of booze after.
The Carolina Hurricanes, the Vegas Golden Knights. Did we say Kiefer Sherwood? Brady Tkachuk.
Thank him again.
Connor McDavid. Can't thank that man enough. Jay Fresh and Elliot Friedman probably. Oh, Johnny the Joke Man, Paul Maurice. Appreciate that.
Oh, we got a little bit of updates on the Robert Thomas Sabres situation from Elliot Friedman.
Give it to me.
He says the smoke was real. Buffalo was after Thomas. I don't know if this slash is an or an and, but Thomas / Parayko thinks that Josh Norris would have been a part of it. Got pushback on Owen Power being a part of the deal. Yarmo was a god. Buffalo had a bunch of prospects in the deal, so it's important that to St. Louis that they get players back that are ready now. For why?
Where are you seeing this?
The Sabre report tweeted. Elliot talked about it on Sports Nation or Sportsnet 590.
Okay.
That is confusing.
Why does St. Louis
the
want?
Blues
What do they
are
think they're
becoming a
doing?
little Flyersy.
What do they think they're doing?
What do you mean?
Like they're trying to get players that are ready now. The rest of your roster's not ready now.
Well, like last year they did so much, not so much, but a good amount of buying where it was like, like this is fake.
I mean, I could understand if you like don't want the trade to be exclusively futures.
Yeah, like Josh. If Josh Norris is what you mean by ready now, like a guy who's really good but young and not like.
What about Norris? What about Norris, a pick, and Hellenis? Yeah, I am too.
Yeah. Especially because it fixes the center situation we were talking about.
Well, we will be on this, and obviously tomorrow we will have our 24-hour trade deadline stream, but we will also have a regular show in the morning. I don't know why we're doing that. We hate ourselves, but it's going to be a blast. Thank you to everybody. If you are not yet subscribed to the YouTube, that's where you're going to consume all this, but we're also going to be posting clips as best we can in that process. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to What Chaos here on YouTube. You will get everything, daily episodes, player interviews, and so much more. It's all here on the What Chaos YouTube. Hit subscribe.